today's guest is a former rugby player. I can't say mayars. A former rugby player, ex-GB, ex-WSB. He's 6'5". He's from Birmingham. It's Soloman Dacres. How you doing?
I'm all good. I'm all good. Yourself?
I am. I'm lovely, thank you. So, how is life treating you? Before you get on to the old the pro thing, I'm gonna have to say something, right? If I could put my hand through the screen and squeeze you by your throat right now, you've abandoned the amateur scene.
Nah. It's served me well, man, but it's time to move on.
I hear you. So listen, firstly, congratulations for signing with Matchroom. You must be absolutely ecstatic with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with it, but you know, it's still work to be done. You know, I can't get too gassed, to be honest. You know, I've got a lot of stuff to do. You know, we're just starting out on a journey, really. So just gotta keep my feet on the ground.
Yeah. So debut 20th of March.
Yeah.
You've got you out quite quick, haven't they?
Yeah, well, the show, I was thinking I might have been out February, but with the shows being pushed back, we just had the March 20th date. They got all the shows put together. Matchroom did, and we got the 20th of March the slot, so we're ready to go then. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be ready
nice.
to go soon, to be honest. What? It's one of those ones.
I think that's nice. So I've been looking you up, and there was a headline in one of the papers that said, "You're turning your back. You're turning your back on the amateur scene."
I ain't even seen that.
It's a bit dramatic, actually. It's a bit dramatic.
Really dramatic.
Yeah. But do you know what? To be fair, I do get it. I do get it with your age. Not suggesting you're old. For let me just tell the guests, he's 27 years of age. But for a heavyweight boxer, you're a baby, aren't you?
Yeah, man, young in the game. You know, for a heavyweight, you know, they naturally develop a bit later on and mature, and you know, it comes with experience. So, 27 for a heavyweight turning over is just the right time. Bit later, would have been a bit too late, but now we're just right.
Yeah. To be fair, our loss in the amateur game is the pro. The pro scene's game. To be fair, it really is. So you have said that you are a boxer. You have a box office style of boxing. That's quite a statement.
I don't even know if I said that, to be honest. Well, we've got, you know, hopefully that style will be good, you know, television friendly, because we could put on shows, and I'm obviously backing myself, you know, I'm confident with my own abilities. So, yeah, we'll be looking to put on a show every time we get out.
Yeah. So I can imagine, though, you've got a lot of your skills that are transferable from rugby, the strength, the power, all that type of thing. What made you go from rugby, a successful rugby career, what made you pick up a pair of gloves in the first instance?
Yeah, well, I always loved boxing anyway from a young age, but just never had the sort of opportunity to go into it properly, because being at school, the school sport was rugby. So when I'm at school every day, what was I going to do? I was going to do rugby, because that's there. There was no boxing club at school. I didn't really have anyone that was, you know, involved with boxing gyms. And it wasn't until my one friend was at the boxing gym, Worley, and I went down with him when I was about 15 to start training a bit. But other than that, yeah, the rugby, because I was at school and that was the school sport, that was just what was there every day, and I just went with that.
So let's give Worley a bit of a shout out, because let's be fair, a lot of the grassroots clubs are the ones that give the foundation, aren't they? They're the ones that give the foundation. And they took you to an elite championship, didn't they, in 2017?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, big up to Worley. I've got the hat on, you know.
Yep.
You know, I'm always representing Worley, and you know that was the foundation of the career. All the club shows, the championships. That's how you break through to the next level. The GB squad and that. You have to go to the elite championships, and without your clubs, you're not going to get the chance to go there. Yeah. So the club level is, you know, it's everything in boxing. Every boxer knows, no matter how far they progress, that amateur club, that's at the heart and soul of it. Yeah.
There's so many people at the moment just missing the clubs and all. I miss my own club, Hot. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But it's good to see kids like you that have developed, and then so you win your elite championship in 2017, and literally the same year you get the call up from GB.
Yeah, I got onto the GB squad pretty much about the time of the championships. I was just going onto the squad, so I was sort of involved in training, and then I got onto the squad whilst I won the championships as well. So I was involved just as I was winning the championships, which allowed me to then go from that level to the next level quite quickly.
Was your decision to turn over, was it partly because for your next cycle it would be 2000 and what are we in now, 2024 for the next Olympic cycle? Would that have been one of the reasons why you decided to turn over?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I don't want to overcook it in the amateurs.
Yeah,
we'll be what, 30 going on 31 by the time we turn pro. Then I don't want to be turning pro and having my best years left at, you know, international level in amateurs, and, you know, getting a few punches and being a bit punched up and that turning pro. You want to be going into the pro game fresh and then peaking in the pros, not peaking in the amateurs and taking a lot of wear and tear. Because being on GB, not just the tournaments, you're doing boxing 3 and 4 times on the weekend. The training is hard, and all the lads know it's hard, and it takes its toll on your body. Little injuries, niggles, and you're always training, sparring. So, you know, the career of a boxer is only got a limited amount of time. So you need to make your moves and get as much out of it as you can before you get out of the game.
Yeah, make those of dough as well.
That's it.
So I'm guessing, because there's been a few hints that the big man AJ is looking at retiring, I was just thinking, maybe they're prepping you, Matchroom, for superstardom to sort of take his place. So they'll get rid of one, go on, out you go, and they'll bring in a new protege.
That's a bit speculative, I think. But
hey, listen, we've got to dream big.
We have to, you know, that's my ambition, to go into that where Joshua is. That's the level I want to get to at the end of the day.
To be fair, I'm not actually even joking.
Yeah. But I've got a lot of work to do to get to that level. As far as the boxing's concerned, if I get to that level of, you know, my career and stuff like that, everything else will come from there. But I've got to just focus on what really matters, which is training hard and winning fights. Because without that, it doesn't matter what else is there. You're not going to get anything.
It's true. And I like your humility as well. It's good.
Got a long way to go.
Please don't change. But you're naturally just a strong guy, economical with your boxing as well. So I think you'll quite suit the pro game. You've got a good chin as well, which is, I guess, soul destroying.
Very good. I think it's very good anyway. You know.
Oh, it is, but I bet it's soul destroying for the people that are like fighting you.
Yeah, I can take a good shot, and not much really deters me, to be honest. So that's something that I've had from when I started, and it's just refining things.
Yeah.
Not to get hit. You want to be able to take the shot, but you don't want to be taking them. Trust me, especially at heavyweight. When you're going to take one, you got to be able to take it well.
You want to be able to take it and just shake it off.
Exactly.
So you boxed Daniel Dubois, didn't you, in the pros? In the amateurs. He did beat you twice, but he was so much more experienced than you, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then,
at that time,
go on, sorry.
He had a lot more experience. With 2 close fights as well. But he just had a bit better boxing IQ at the time, you know, to be fair. He wasn't fair and square. It was close, but he knew how to work off his jab and do little things like that. Whereas I was still at club level, a bit raw. Yeah. Not really having much high-level sparring. My only chance to sort of, you know, feel something that was a better level was fighting. So I just had to learn on the job sort of thing.
Yeah. And to be fair, what some people probably don't understand as well, there's a lack of competition, or there's less competition the higher up the weight categories you go as well, isn't there? So it's tough. It's tough. And what about the fact that you've been sparring Dubois, getting them ready for fights, the big man AJ, who else you've been sparring? There was 3 people that Joe Joyce.
Sparred him recently, yeah.
So I mean, I know you can't get anything, you can't sort of go on about the sparring in terms of I got the better of it, because we know sparring is sparring, but you must feel like, I don't know, a bit of a buzz, the fact that they're calling on you to help them to prepare for massive fights.
Yeah, just like you said, when you get to a certain decent level, which I like to think I was being on GB, I'm at a good level. Nationally in this country, there's only so much heavyweights that are at that level that are going to provide, you know, the quality sparring that you need for those big fights. You can't, you're going to have a few guys that are going to take the rounds, but you need someone that's going to get you sharp and be on your A game, because when it comes to fight time, you're going to have to be as sharp as possible. So you need to be at the best that you can be in sparring to try and get onto the next level for the fight. So yeah, it's good for my confidence, knowing that I'm a name out there for good sparring for those guys, and it allows me to improve and see where I'm at myself.
Yeah. Have you been sparring them recently where they've kind of gone, damn, Soloman's like getting some good dicks in?
I sparred them, the boy and Joyce, in the lead up to their fight, you know, a couple of months ago. But with sparring, I don't think people are really giving you too much if you do. You know what happens in the spar, but no one's really going afterwards and giving too much away, because
it's true.
And that you don't want to admit if you took a few shots and that, but it was good sparring both ways anyway.
Yeah. And what about for you? Have you learned some new bits and pieces? Who is your trainer? I don't think I actually know who your trainer is for your pro debut.
Max McCracken. Yeah, Max McCracken, and also Richard Heritage is in the comments now. Heza.
Is he? Heza.
He's from Worley as well. He's come with me from that.
Nice.
And he's got his pro license, so he's going to be helping as well. And Max McCracken's going to be my main pro trainer.
So I like the fact that you've got an amateur trainer there, because all of that free shit he was giving you, he can now earn some dough.
I can give some petrol money now.
Yeah, bless him. No, that's actually quite good, because come on, Wally.
Yeah, man.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually looking forward to seeing your debut, and I didn't actually think you were going to get out as soon as you are doing. So listen, I want to hear a bit of gossip, right? I want to hear a little something new. Have you got anything that you've never shared in an interview that you can tell me now that nobody else knows about you? Keep it clean.
If no one else knows it, there's probably a reason.
Just between me and you. Just between me.
Know, there's nothing really to tell, you know.
Don't lie.
in the gym, back home, eating, you know, living the life.
Okay, I have to try. And in terms of like your team GB, right, your old mates, I want you to share a bit of gossip. Right, so if I ask you a question,
snitch out here, man.
Hey, listen, you don't have to see him every day now. You don't have to see him every day.
You know, I can give you the PG rating.
All right, yeah, okay. All right, so you got to you can't think of the answer, yeah?
Okay.
You can't think of the answer. You just got to say, who's that? You just got to say what comes straight into your head.
If there's a blank silence, then no comment.
Okay. Who's got the most annoying habit?
Annoying habit? Man, this is a tough one.
Shut up! It's not tough.
Tough one, man. A few of them get annoying, man, when you're on camp with them every day.
Who's the one that literally is the one that everyone's like, oh, for God's sake?
I can't be saying, man. I can't.
Oh, okay.
There's certain people that are a bit louder than others, you know. A few lads will know who I'm on about.
I know who you want about. I think I already know.
Always 100% go, man. Just, you know, when you need to just calm down a bit.
Yeah. I think I know who you mean, to be fair. So we'll just keep that between us.
It's all cool, but sometimes you need to just tone it down a bit at times.
You just want to you know, like as if you can turn them down. Just like chill out. Okay. Exactly. Who's the best pads person at GB?
Pads. Richard Woodall's really good on the pads. A lot of people don't go with Richard Woodall. You know, he gives you good combinations. You feel good when you've been on the pads with him. Gives you the few flashy combos, but also really good quality work. He's sort of, when you're on the pads with Richie, he's sort of boxing there with you. It's like an opponent sort of thing, and it's good quality work. They're all good. Lee Pullen is another one that EG's up as well. You do the pads with Lee, you feel like Mike Tyson coming off the pads, man. You feel like you can beat anybody.
Okay. Who's the most likely when you're focusing for a competition? Who's most likely to sneak out to sneak out of the hotel when you're actually on camp and focusing on a competition? Because you know it happens.
The Niall Farrell, man. Niall Farrell. He's a sneaky one. He's a sneaky one. He definitely.
Yeah.
You can attest to that. You lads can attest to that one.
It's funny that, because like the thing is, you lot don't think we know, and it's like, oh, what, like we weren't your age once.
Yeah. You know how it is.
Okay, so who is the biggest prankster?
Prankster.
Yeah.
Probably Niall Farrell again, man. He's one of them that you can't even turn your back at night because you don't know he's gonna push into your room and do something.
Nice.
Yeah, he's another one. Yeah,
they're some of the best times, aren't they? When you go off and you're just a tight-knit group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right, man. You have a laugh. You can be out in these random countries and you got no one but the lads around you. You know, you got to have a laugh as well, definitely.
Yeah. Can I ask you, what will you miss the most from the amateur scene? I know you're on a new journey and it's amazing and it really is, but what will you miss the most from the amateur scene?
Yeah, probably like I said, you know, when you got the lads around you, all these countries going around, you enjoying it and you've got different experiences. I think with the pros, you'd be a bit more settled into one location now. You got your training camp. I'm based out in Birmingham, get my training, fight time. GB, we go around quite a lot. So definitely traveling about and having a banter with the lads, definitely.
Yeah, nice. And what was one of the most memorable moments?
Probably, well, I won the WSB fight. That was 2017 or 18, maybe. WSB against Listo in Cardiff. No, not Cardiff. Newport. That was a good fight. That was a good win as well because that took the WSB Lionhearts through to the semi-final, I believe. And that was a good fight. And I got a GB Battle of the Year award for that as well. So nice. That was one of my favourite moments.
And who do you like call when you get a win? Who is it that you kind of call and just go, do you know what? I got the win, and I don't know.
A couple of my friends. Obviously we're on a time zone sometimes boxing for GB, so I just drop them a message. A couple of my friends, Illy, I think he was on the live. Illy, he's always one of the first ones that I've started boxing with. He's the friend that I went down to Wally with initially anyway. Yeah. So I always got to give him the first update as well. Nice. My brother as well, and a couple of my friends. Yeah.
Did you ever imagine that you would have gotten so far? Do you know what I mean? You're like, because most people, they start boxing and they think, oh, I'll just do it for a bit of a hobby. And then all of a sudden, here you are, you GB, WSB, you turn in pro, Matchroom. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Well, I'm sort of that mentality where when I do something, I want to be the best at it. So nice. I did envision that I wanted to get far. And to be honest, when I started, I didn't really know what the pathway was. I didn't know where we could go. I seen the TV boxing, the world champions. I never really understood the GB setup and the international boxing, but I knew that I just wanted to be the best that I could be. So it took me to a certain level, and now hopefully I can keep putting the work in and get to the next level in the pros.
You know, the kids that you were hanging out with, I shouldn't say kids because you were a grown man, but all your mates that you kind of started with, is it tough now that this is a business now? There's no playing the, I'm not suggesting you did it before, but do you know what I mean? This is like a whole different ball game. This is business. Yeah. Is it tough that, you can't share in some of the moments of their life now because you're going to have to make decisions, aren't you? And it don't mean to say necessarily that you don't want to hang out with them, but life's changing.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but my group of friends, I don't really hang around with guys that we do too much clubbing and stuff. My friends are quite successful themselves, and we're low key and we'll respect what we're doing. So we'll go for a bit of food or something like that on the weekend. Nice. Do a little something quiet, not nothing mad that's gonna affect us mad. So yeah, we're all quite low key. We're doing what we're doing. They respect what I'm doing as well. Understand that. So we just go for a bit of food or something. I can eat when I need to eat. Definitely I'm a heavyweight as well. I've got to put it down as well, not be too far away, but I can eat as well.
Yeah, I can't. He's still eating. Yeah, but that's the good thing as well. That's the great thing. You don't have to make weight. And anybody got a question for Soloman, drop it in the comments section. Don't be shy. Just stop peeping. So listen, you've signed with S-Jam as well. I mean, flipping heck, it's like Matchroom, S-Jam, looking good. Everything's working out. Talk to me about how that came about.
Yeah, signing with S-Jam, that was the first thing I did. Turning pro, that was the first move. Being a management company, talking with Sam Jones.
Yeah.
You need your manager to then get yourself the deals and such. And he was someone I spoke to for a few months before I turned over. And I see the way he does things with his stable of boxers, which I'm now part of, Joe Joyce and that. He's only got a small stable and he's got the passion for every one of them. So signing with him, we sat down, you know, spoke back and forth a bit and got a deal set where we thought, well, we've got a plan now. We're going to take that forward and then go with the promotional and hopefully get a winning formula.
Do you know what I've noticed? He seems to have taken on lots of really good technical boxers. It feels to me, I don't know him, but it feels to me, obviously I know who he is, but I don't know him, but it feels to me like, you know, he's really interested in promoting the round package. Someone who can box, someone who looks good, someone that can talk well, all of that. Would I be correct in thinking that? Yeah,
of course. A manager's and a promoter's dream is someone that has the full package. So, of course, if you're a manager, you're going to want to try and find someone that can do all those different things, because at the end of the day, it's going to bring in the best light for your company as a management company. So, yeah, of course you want the full package because it brings so many different avenues.
Yeah. I've noticed that they're all technically great boxers as well.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
You don't just sign anybody. You look at like former Team GB fighters, high-level international fighters, and because they've got the pedigree, so a lot of the time you can't go too far wrong with a former international fighter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a question from K Not Nice. Who do you want to fight now that you've turned pro?
Yeah, I'll fight anyone, to be honest. I want to fight whoever's got whatever bout to take myself to the next stage of my career. So we'll go through British title, hopefully in the next 18 months to 2 years, British title, whoever it is, I'll fight them. Next level, I'll fight them as well. The aim is to become a world champion. So whoever's got a world title at the time, that's who we definitely want to fight. Yeah, I'm not really chasing names, I'm chasing the titles. That's what my eyes.
Have you guys set a time limit? Because I guess with your experience, you could probably fight for like a European or British title now, but then in terms of experience, you can. I'm talking about pro experience.
Yeah,
you're lacking the experience, but you're technically you're probably. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. You need that experience because I've said to Sam Jones, I said, look, I'll fight anybody, literally anybody, and he said, "Wow, boxing is a business, and you've got to take your time and build matches correctly. We've got to progress at the right pace. You know, you need that experience. Even if the guys I'm fighting, my first few fights aren't the best technically.
Yeah,
there are a few more pro fights. There's little things that you've got to learn, little things, little tricks. You've got journeymen out there that there are certain little tricks of the trade that can cause problems, even if they're not technically on your level. So those are things that we've got to really iron out. And of course, when the time's ready, we're going to take the bigger fights.
Yeah, stop nicking them belts off people. I tell you what, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. Joking aside, it is the pro scene's game, our loss. But I get it. I totally get it, and I think there's gonna be huge things for you. I've just got a feeling. I've got a feeling. Thanks ever so much for giving us your time, and yeah, don't change, please.
I try not to. I'm just trying to improve. You know, just trying to improve all the way. Thanks for having me on as well. Definitely.
If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber of Shadowboxruk UK, we'd love to see you, so please go ahead and subscribe now.